Hello everyone, this is Afnan Ahmad and welcome to the video. This video is going to be about the book summary, and the book is The Alchemist, which is written by the Brazilian lyricist and novelist Paulo Coelho. So I'm going to try and explain to you the story of The Alchemist. So initially the story starts with the boy named Santiago. So this boy is a shepherd who takes sheep along. But this boy is also literate enough to read books. He knows how to read books and everything. So the story behind why he becomes a shepherd is that he decides that he tells his parents that he wants to travel the world, he wants to look around different cultures and regions. So for that his parents tell him various reasons why the place here in Andalusia, Spain is really beautiful than the rest of the world, and how people from other parts of the world come to this place. And boy still doesn't agree to that, and only then his father tells him that if you are if you want to travel, it's the shepherds that travel. Shepherds take their sheep to different regions and travel around. So then the boy tells, that is what I want to become, and that's how he becomes a shepherd. So once when he's taking this sheeps to the patches to feed his sheeps, what happens is that he goes to this church at one place, which is really old and has a broken roof. So he goes there. After going there, what happens is he actually finds he actually rests there, all his sheep, and he altogether rest at that place. And while he was resting there is when he gets a dream about how there is a treasure that is hidden in Egypt. So this boy gets this dream, and he's not really sure if it's just a dream or could there actually be a treasure. But Egypt is way too far from where this boy was staying, so he wasn't actually sure if he has to go behind that or not. So what he does is he goes to a fortune teller initially, and this lady tells him about how the story could be real, and you have to go and find the treasure for yourself. So after listening to this, the boy does think for himself, and does give a thought and decides that he will go and find the treasure. So he does it by selling all of the sheep that he had, so that he could get some money and use that money to travel to find the treasure. So that's how initially it begins. So after that, what happens is that the boy travels to this place called Tangier. So he starts his journey. So it is the first place where the boy goes from Andalusia, Spain to Tangier. So when going there, he encounters a lot of problems, a lot of issues while being in there. So he also gets robbed in there, which is also the sad part. There he loses all of the money he had by selling all of the sheep. So he also finds difficult to get adjusted to the place, people, and everything. So he's now scared and with no money. So that's how the journey of finding the treasure starts. So the boy then actually meets a crystal merchant there. So now the boy doesn't have anything at all with him. So at such a point he meets a crystal merchant. That's a man who owns a crystal shop. So crystal shop, he sells various crystal products, crystal items, and everything is what this man would be selling. So he finds a work in that crystal shop. So he learns about trade and life from the crystal merchant. So crystal merchant teaches him how this trade works and everything. And the boy does realize that he is anyways going to find that treasure, make enough money that he can go and pursue his dream of finding the treasure. So he also learns how the merchant himself, the crystal merchant actually, to whom the boy was working, was somebody who had a dream of into a pilgrimage, but he was not courageous enough to take that step and get to that place. So boy works in this crystal shop. He expands this business. He makes a lot more money than whatever the crystal merchant expected or needed for a lot of while. So he becomes successful in that. He takes all of the money that he has earned from the time he spends there in Tangier. He again decides to start the journey towards Egypt. So while doing that is when he meets this Englishman. So there's this Englishman that the boy meets. So to tell about the story of the Englishman was somebody who was studying alchemy, the process of converting various metals into gold. So when the boy meets this Englishman, he uh, they meet at a place wherein they start the journey. So getting into Egypt is through the desert that they have to travel, and to do that, they there are a few group of people that do travel once in a while. So at the start of this journey, they all get together as a group of people, and in this group of people is where exactly the Englishman meets the boy. So all of the journey through the desert they actually talk about how the Englishman shares his knowledge about alchemy and everything. He gives his books to the boy, and the boy also learns a lot of things from the Englishman, like the soul of the world and how the knowledge could be perceived and everything. So while traveling through the desert, they also reach this oasis. So in desert, we all know that there's this oasis in between where there's water and all of the necessities in the desert. So in desert is where he meets this girl called Fatima, and he falls in love with her. And he also meets the alchemist there. So the alchemist that the Englishman was searching, the boy also meets him, and also the alchemist is having some kind of power, some kind of an energy, because of which he does look at this boy and realize how this boy has some pursuit which he is trying to follow, and how he can help him. So the alchemist also tends to teach the boy about this personal legend that the boy has, and why he has to follow that personal legend. So that's how the story comes into this part, and the boy and the alchemist both get together, and the alchemist teaches a lot of things to the boy. And the oasis where they're staying actually has this war that has come. Like there are various tribes in different oases there in the desert. So there's a war that's going on between them, and this boy helps the people in there in avoiding the war and saving a lot of things for that people. So because of which the boy also gets a lot of rewards from the people. So how he does that is he actually learns to talk to the elements of the nature. He learns to talk to the language or soul of the world. So that's how he actually stops this war, and that's how he gets all of this reward from the people in of the tribe. So from there on, he lives that girl there in the desert, and along with the alchemist, the boy again starts his journey from there to the dream that he initially had, that is the dream of a treasure in Egypt. So once again, the alchemist and the boy now are together traveling towards his dream, and the boy has learned the language of the world, and also he's trying to find the treasure by himself. Now they both are going, and once again they'll face a lot of difficulties on their journey there. But at the end, just before there's a little distance left for the boy to reach Egypt, the alchemist does tell him that he has to go forward by himself from here and find his personal legend on his own. So that is a part where he also gives the boy some money and everything, and the boy starts his journey there. And the story ends in this scene wherein he gets robbed at the end. Like he actually, whatever the money that money or the gold that the alchemist has had given to the boy, that's all that is left in the hands of the boy from all of this journey of finding his treasure. So he reaches the Egypt just to get robbed there by other people who he talked to, and they ask him why did he come here to Egypt from so far. The boy tells him he just tries to be honest and tells that he had a dream of this treasure, and he pursued that dream of himself, and he is here for that reason. So boy now has lost all of his hope and ends his conversation with that sentence of telling how he has lost why he has come there. And the people who rob him laugh at it and tell him it is so foolish to be coming so far just behind one dream that you had. Similarly, I also had a dream wherein there was a hidden treasure in a place of a old church which had a broken roof. That is when boy realizes about the same thing, that is there, that is a place where he exactly had the dream. So that is where the treasure is, and the boy returns from that place and does make his way through to back to the place where he had the dream and does find the treasure. So that's what the story is about, how you travel, how you travel around the world, how travel through the journey of finding something that is of your personal legend, and you face a lot of difficulties on this journey, but you still make it to the point that you are going to be fulfilled and happy about doing that. So that's what the story about the boy Santiago is in this book, The Alchemist, written by Paulo Coelho. So we'll be coming up with any other educational and informational video. So thank you. Bye bye.